What up, guys? What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? It's the kid. 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 So it's Friday night. What does Friday night means? Friday night means that this is your opportunity, your chance, your platform, your space to ask your boy, your main man here, Double H, all that you desire, all your um, deepest, most profound, most personable questions can be sent to me. So everything ranging of everything football, from football's past, football's present, football's future, you can ask me. Um, it's a big weekend, obviously. On Football Dogger, we focused on the Premier League, but Juve play Roma on Sunday. Real Madrid against Real Betis Saturday night. Messi, Barcelona against Villarreal. I mean, maybe we can talk about Messi's Instagram rants, or his slight dig at the board. It's been such a eventful summer from Barcelona, and we thought and we assumed that this dude would actually somehow end up in another club, but it's not. So their first game against Villarreal, how are they going to set up? What's the formation going to be? How are they going to tactically say what's up? Um, So Bundesliga, I'm not sure who Dortmund are playing, but I know that Bayern Munich play Hoffenheim on Sunday. I think I already mentioned this Serie. Look, Victor Osimhen, second game for Napoli, home game I think is against Genoa. I wanted to see how that guy does, and yeah, but I definitely want to try and, because again, look, it's hard to catch all of the games, but I want to catch the Juve Roma game. I wanted to see what Juventus look like, so I'm going to be watching the Juve Roma game at the same time as the Barcelona Villarreal game. Obviously, tomorrow night, 8 p.m., I'll try and catch the Real Madrid against Real Betis game to see whether Madrid can say what's up. I am worried about Madrid, though. I want to see what you guys think about Madrid this season, because I feel that Zidane relying on the same crew that said what's up at the end of last season might be problematic. Hazard is still not fit, and I'll just because I will look through the football Espana, so forth, and worrying. A very, very worrying thing is here, because as we can see right here, um, I'm now becoming a lot more fearful as to how this story is going to end, because I feel this could be a very sad story. So we can see that Eden Hazard excluded from Real Madrid squad for weekend trip to Real Betis as fitness frustrations continue. This is disastrous. It's a mess. And my fear is we could just be witnessing one of the great falls from grace, which is shocking. Like, if you just look at where we were when Hazard was on top of the world, he was top three. I was boasting that he was twice the player that Cristiano was, and he was about to take over Real Madrid, but take over the whole thing by storm. From that to what we now see, not good, man. Not good at all. So let's see what you guys are saying, man. Let's see what you guys are saying, man. Hit me, hit me, hit me. Um, from Footy Wizard, Corey Holcomb, I have filmed it. It is done. I am going to load it up. So either tonight or tomorrow, I will post it up. So it is done. I have filmed it. It has been filmed. It has all been done. So, bro, I will load it up for you either tonight or tomorrow. But probably tonight. Probably after this, I'll order tonight. Latest tomorrow. But it is done. It is done. So trust me, I did do your beating, man. From Armchair Critic, man. Cannibal, Jaws, the true GOAT to win La Liga with Athletic. Yeah, I mean, look, I will post the video because your boy Coach Nero said, yo, you need to post a video about this. So I will try and post a video dedicated specifically to that move. It's a big move. And I could see why Barcelona did not want to do that, because Barcelona, this has just been such a shit show for Barcelona, because it's like, fair enough, you have to respect what Koeman wants. You have to respect what the manager wants. Koeman was like, there's no place for this player in my squad. You can't force me to have a player in my squad, and you can't force me to keep the Cannibal because he's Messi's best friend. You can't do that. So that's what I say. I'm not sure what Messi meant in the Instagram post, because it's like, what were they supposed to do? Be like, Cannibal, okay, can you please go? No, it was like, look, bro, I'm sorry, but your services will no longer be needed in this team. I'm the new manager and so forth. I don't care who your friend is. I don't care what you've done for the club. I have come, I have assessed everyone in the squad, as every new manager must do. You're not needed. Your services are not needed. Can you please step off? Simple as that. So it is what it is, man. But I think that, remember, this is as good as the Cannibal still is, and as much ability as, this is still a declining Cannibal. But what this is, that it makes La Liga interesting. How good will Barcelona be? And what kind of mind frame will Messi have? Because it seems as if, especially with Instagram post, Messi is probably going to sign that pre-contract deal in January with his new club. So how are Barcelona going to go? Which is why I'm looking forward to the Barcelona-Villarreal game, because I want to know how what Messi will be like psychologically, how the team will play, what the team will look like. Then I can maybe have an assessment as to, all right, this team can really go through. Because are Real Madrid going to be as ruthless and as consistent as the way last season? Specific, if you tell me that for a whole season there's not going to be no Hazard, can that same core team, without any new players, and also Jovic supposed to be going to Frankfurt, are they going to do the same thing? For the first time in a long time, for the first time since 2014, we could generally have a 3-horse race, which would be quite crazy in La Liga. And Sevilla are pretty good, man. So should we just ignore Sevilla? Maybe. I don't know whether I'm some of it. Maybe this could be the first time in La Liga where we have a genuine title race beyond just Barcelona and Real Madrid, man. So it's exciting times on exciting times. All right, from Clayton Cruz. I back Inter Milan to stop #10 in a row. Do you agree? No. And this is what I say. My thing, Joven is back. Joven is back with beef, man. So I back Inter Milan to stop #10 in a row. Do you agree? Now, Clayton, think about this in a logical sense. People say that, it may be the smart thing to put money on Inter Milan because, why would you put money on a team that won 9 in a row? But the way I view it is that, is that really smart to bet against 9 in a row? I don't think that's smart. They've won 9 in a row. And there is just such an inferiority complex that, if, as much as I want to believe in, as much as I'm like, Pirlo is a new manager, he's a new coach, what is he going to do with this Juve side? You have not really bought any great signings. All roads lead to Inter Milan should win. But it was the same last season. Last season, Juve were a mess. Juve were literally giving the title away. Nobody wanted to take it. Juve would say, Lazio, take. Lazio be like, nope. Inter Milan, take. Inter like, nope. Atalanta, take. Nope. So, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I'm just not sure that I can really fully back that, man. From your boy, Footy Wizard, thank you for the super chat, Footy Wizard. The Cannibals to pull a David Villa and a Hunt Barca for selling. Now we're getting to something interesting. I think the Cannibal will now be a man possessed. And I think that he will now feel that he has something to prove. Based on how he felt that he was done by Barcelona, where this almost came to loss and everything, what's a way to get back at Barcelona if you become... So what if you become top scorer, leading goal scorer, and then you actually end up spearheading Atletico to winning La Liga ahead of Barcelona? Even more so, imagine if he scores the winning goal at Camp Nou, or scores the winning goal in the games that they have against them. So if you have that kind of a situation, yeah, man, he could be possessed, man. He could be possessed to really do something. Shout out to your boy, Danman, what's up, baby? He says that you hate Messi fanboys and Cristiano fanboys. When you finished reading Naruto, watch for Naruto and Sasuke fanboys fight. My thing about it is that I don't concern myself with fanboys and everything. And with Naruto, I'm just enjoying the story. See, I just really enjoy the story. And it's crazy because Zelda has sort of messed the whole effing switch. When I read it, I'm not going on any Naruto forums. I'm not going to any Naruto fan sites. I'm not going to any of these fanboy things. I'm just going to read my thing, enjoy my thing, do my thing, and let it go through. So fanboys are the bane of society. And I just feel like if fanboys are the most saddest, depressed people you can ever think of, man. And that's just my thing, man. They're just fully sad. All right, what else you guys say, man? Send those cues, guys. Send those cues, man. Send those flipping cues, man. Send those cues. Your boy Coach Nurse, man. Let's go. We might get Cavani as well if Costa leaves. Why isn't anybody aggressively going for Cavani? I know he's old. I know Homeboy is old. How old is Cavani? So Cavani is 33. He's going to be. You know what? That is not that old. Ibrahimović is what? 38? Wait, how old is Ibrahimović? Ibrahimović is 38 years old. Oh my gosh. Ibrahimovic's birthday is one day before mine. October Gangman, what up? Wow. So Ibrahimović is going to be 39 next month. That is insane. This guy is playing in a top tier level league, and this guy is going to be 39. I mean, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. So no, but yeah, I don't know why not enough people are going for BBC. I don't know why enough people are not going for Cavani. It doesn't make any sense. Like Cavani should really be a guy that people should be like, yo, because he can still do something, man. He can still do something, and he can just still be a goal scorer. And there are some teams out there who I feel definitely do need. BBC, there's some people out there who definitely need. They need someone. They need a striker and they need a finisher. That's the thing. They need a flipping finisher. I said no here. I said his birthday is before me. Like, so his birthday is on the 3rd, my birthday is on the 4th. Doesn't mean that they're the same age. I was not born in 1981. Okay. So, and guys, you don't know my age. You'll never know my age, man. After the incredible continuous sport, I will come to that. I'll come to that. There was another one I wanted to be looking at, man. So Arsenal's initial offer for Uwa is around the £40 million mark. Lyon's asking price is 60 million. I think this is almost the same as Skriniar. Uwa would be a very big signing because seeing him in the Champions League, seeing what he can do, that is a player that Arsenal don't have. And Arsenal have not had like an actual proper midfielder in the purest sense of the word since Cazorla or even Fabregas. Like a true central midfielder, like Xhaka is not a central midfielder in the classic sense of the word, as a guy who is a pass master who really knows how to dictate the tempo of the game and has high pass accuracy. Again, Toni Kroos, Thiago Alcantara, your boy Modric, your boy Marco, all these kinds of dudes. So these are the kinds of guys who they should really be going for. So it is worth, if they can strike for 55, but even if Leonard says 60 or no deal, it's worth it. It's worth it because Arsenal seems to be moving in the right direction. They seem to be moving in the right direction. I told you, Werner was a nice buy. You secure the services of Aubameyang. The defense looks a lot better. So if you now then bring in an Uwa just to improve that midfield, Arsenal are looking good. So if Lyon are really saying, no, we're ready to offload, which I think is crazy because Lyon, if you offload him, who else do you have? That's like one of your best players and he was key for you. And so it's crazy. So basically, Lyon are now potentially in the same summer going to lose both Depay and Uwa, which is crazy. That is crazy. So Arsenal, it's worth the price. Don't be cheapskates. Spend the cash, spend the money, do your thing, man. From the real deal, oh my gosh. Thoughts on the Breonna Taylor police acquittal in the US? You see, this is a deep one, and one that's you can also go into many things, but I said it on like a video on my other channel is the stupidity on the war on drugs. Because people could say, okay, did they not knock? He was doing this, he was doing that. But all this was done because Vera's boyfriend was selling drugs, and America wants to now try and tell us that they have an earnest crusade to try and stop people from using drugs. Do you know how dumb that is? You want to stop people from doing drugs? The war on drugs is a facade. It is the biggest part of crap that I've ever heard. It's stupid. It's dumb. So I don't even know why people even go forth with that nonsense, man. So I just think that it's a sad situation, and any report you hear from the police, are you going to believe it really? So a guy say, "Oh well, the police, they did announce themselves." Am I going to believe anything from the police? No, because the police are a cartel. They're a mob. So there we go. From Dungu Kamal, thank you for the super chats, Mr. Dungu Kamal. Thank you for the super chats. Why will Jadon Sancho leave Dortmund this season when Haaland and co are looking very interesting? Doesn't it make so much sense for him to raise his profile at Dortmund for one more season? You see, this is the thing. Obviously, if you're a United fan, you want Sancho. But if I'm advising Sancho, I'd say, yo, check out Chelsea. But you see, I was advising Sancho to Barcelona. But even now, I'm like, Barcelona looking a bit sketchy. This is the same as the Pogba situation. Pogba looked great at Juventus. And I say, Pogba, stay at Juventus. Go look at my video from way back when the movement. I said, no, Pogba, I don't think this is a good move to move now to United. Because if Pogba had remained at Juventus, who knows? So imagine if Pogba remained at Juventus, he may have had like a Pogba Cristiano team, and maybe they would have actually won a CL if they had been together. So it's basically, it's the same thing with Sancho, where for Sancho, stay at Dortmund. You look good. Like I was watching a bit of their game against Mönchengladbach, and you look at just that counter-attack that they had. Him and Haaland can form a great 1-2 punch. Bayern looked like a monster, and I don't think Dortmund are going to stop that monster called Bayern Munich. But let's see what happens on Wednesday in the German Cup. Sorry, in the German Super Cup. Let's see how they fare. But Sancho, you're still developing. You're one of the best players. For me, you're one of the most exciting young players out there. But you're still not there yet. You still need to improve. You still need to take your game to the next level. And if you keep on improving and everything, who knows where you could be. But it is risky to leave now, especially to United. No offense to United, but you, as a young player who still needs to improve, it is better to stay in the Bundesliga and a team like Dortmund that needs to move to the Premier League and to a team like Man United. I don't think that's a bad move. You just need to chill, relax, and wait, man. So, Adriana says, HH, apart from Arsenal and Napoli, who do you think can knock out Spurs out of the Europa League, even if Spurs get Skriniar and Milik? I need to really assess the teams out there. Because I think because Sevilla are obviously in the Champions League. Valencia are a mess now, so those guys are not really doing anything. I think aren't Wolves still in the Europa League? I think Wolves can do something. Wolves can definitely do something. So Wolves, Arsenal, Napoli. Did Girona do something there as well? But for me, Tottenham's. I don't believe Mourinho's going to win Tottenham a trophy. I think that is a pipe dream and it's not going to happen. And the Europa League, that's a long shot, man. The Europa League is a long shot because, especially once you now get to the second round knockout stages, I just don't really. But then again, you have Bale. With beast mode, anything is possible. With beast mode, anything is possible. And I think if they have beast mode, then there is a potential to do something. But I think there are more teams than Arsenal and Napoli that can knock them out. I think, I said again, I think aren't Roma in there as well. And look, Tottenham, even against the teams that they played, they almost only just went through against them. So even with beast mode, there's just something about Spurs side that they lack a bit of character for me. Which kits would be more popular? Yes. I think maybe which number would be more popular years down, 10 and 9 or 7? Um, I think that which number would be normal because probably the number 7, I would say, or maybe the number 9 because things ebb and flow. So for a long time, the striker was the big thing. So everyone wanted the number 9, the number 9, the number 9, the number 9. And then you sort of saw a little bit of the optic with the winger, like the number 7. I think obviously when you saw Cristiano pretty much brought it back and made the winger sexy. And then Robin is the guy that I don't care what anyone says. Robin invented the inside forward. Before Robin, the inside forward did not exist. So Salah, Mahrez, Cristiano, all these dudes, Sane, they owe their careers to Robin, who was the guy who originated the concept of the inside forward. That's a fact. Don't argue with me. That's just facts. But I do think that the number 9 will probably come back. And I do think that you're going to now see this. You're now going to see the evolution of the striker. So I think really the 10 has really been a big thing because people are like, the number 10, the number 10, the number 10, because we'll be living in a football world that has been very midfield heavy, thanks to tiki taka. So, and even strikers are pretty much like the new number 10s. Like Firmino isn't giving you 20 or 25 Gs, but he's really giving you those assists. Look at Benzema. He was a side chick to your boy Christina. But I think that in the future, we're not going to see a throwback to the striker, and we're not going to be seeing the striker being the main goal scorer moving forth. All right. From the real deal, explain this Bayern high line. It looks easy to beat. You see, the thing about it is this. As again, every formation has an advantage and has a disadvantage. And what you're trying to do in almost every formation is that you're gambling. You're saying, you know what, we're willing to gamble because we feel that it is worth the risk in us attacking, having so many men on the board because that increases our chances of creating chances. But by doing that, it means that we go light at the back, but we're willing to take that risk. And the thing about this is that, which is why I said, people not taking their chances. Simple as that. Let's go through it. Barcelona, they had a few of the chances, but they got smoked. Lyon, Ekambi and Depay had amazing chances. They didn't take them. Neymar had a 1v1. Marquinhos had sort of a 1v1. And then you then had your boy Mbappe, who should have scored. So I think the thing is, it's a case of Flick believes so much in Neuer as a last line of defense that in a 1v1 situation, he feels like he can say what's up. And he feels that, yeah, those 1v1s will happen, but he believes in the speed and the reading of the game of Alaba, Boateng, Davis, and Kimmich or Pava and so forth, that they can restrict the amount of 1v1s that teams have against them, But my thing about it is, like, again, you look at that PSG game. Thiago was vital in that PSG game because Thiago kept Bayern a lot in possession and restricted the amount of time that PSG had the ball. If PSG had the ball, that means it would have given them more opportunities to try to exploit that high line. But PSG, they messed up because, again, would the game have been different if PSG went with a striker? Maybe they didn't play Di Maria, you played Mbappe wide right, you played Icardi as a striker, and you played Neymar wide left. So Neymar was given a lot more space during the whole game. But for most of that game, for 60 minutes, Neymar was played in the middle, which played right into Bayern's hands and completely stifled him. So it's about teams taking their chances. And I don't think that Bayern are saying, you know what, we are willing to roll the dice and take that risk, man. All right. Let's see. Oh, Danny, man, welcome back to the UK, bro. Welcome back. Welcome, man. If Robin is a horseman, then Shevchenko is a horseman. How do you come to that? How the hell do you come to that conclusion? Shevchenko is an amazing striker. Shevchenko doesn't even come close to the impact that Robin has made. Robin has a treble. Does Shevchenko have a treble? No. Robin originated a role. He literally created the inside forward role. So he literally created the whole notion of cutting in from the inside and hitting the ball through. So how are you comparing Shevchenko and Robin? I'm sorry, that makes no sense. That comment makes 100% no sense. HH, can the manager even be a horseman? If yes, who? If no, why not? If Zidane wins a World Cup for France as manager after winning the Serie 3 times, is he a manager horseman? Thank you for your amazing analysis. The horseman, again, thank you very much for the kind words, bro. The horseman thing is specific for players, and that is even to do with management. One of the key reasons Beckenbauer is a horseman is because of what he's done as a player and as a manager. So it isn't for managers, because really the horseman is really about, those guys who've played the game. So it's a football thing. No knock on managers and everything. So maybe I'll do a separate management Hall of Fame, but that Hall of Fame, so the greats, the legends, and the horsemen, that is specifically for players. Say Zidane, he's already a horseman, so anything he does will just be adding to his legacy. But let's be real, Beckenbauer, I believe, won the Euros as a player and as a manager. He won the World Cup as a player and as a manager. So Beckenbauer's record is off the chain. It's off the flipping chain. So he is a bona fide horseman. So my saying is that Zidane is already saying what's up. But if Zidane gives you a World Cup as a manager, that is 3 CLs as a manager, that is a CL as a player, World Cup as a player, Euro as a player, then Zidane might be the most decorated football entity of all time. Which is why I say that, should we still say Pele is greater than Zidane, taking everything into account? If you take everything into account, is Pele really better than Zidane? Because players like Zidane and Beckenbauer, they've excelled just what they've done on the pitch. So they have succeeded on the pitch and they've succeeded off the pitch. So those guys are in a very special category. And for me, I just feel that Zidane has literally been blessed by the football gods, which is why I just say I don't want to hear Iniesta said in the same breath as Zizou. Don't give me that crap. Please don't. I don't want to insult Iniesta. Okay? But don't you dare put him in the same category as Zizou. Don't you dare put him in the same category as Zizou, because those guys are not the same. Those guys are not the flipping same. Not at all, not at all, not at all. The real deal, man. Saying, should FTV bring back Claude or protect the brand? You see, here's my thing. What up, Mega? What up, baby? If you apologize, it's like the whole poet thing. If you apologize and you say sorry, shouldn't we forgive people? Okay, he made a racist comment. If he's truly forthright, he can't be brought back. So I don't understand why he can't be brought back. And I think that is why, because we're living in an age in this world where there's no such thing as sorry. Once you make a mistake, you're screwed. So 100%, I feel that there should be a way to bring him back, because I don't know how it is harming the brand. If he says sorry, he gets brought back, and it's cool. So I don't know why. You see. Now, okay, I didn't look, man. I didn't want to go there. So why should we believe that Pele is the GOAT from all people with memory loss? Now, relax, chill. Okay. Not every old person has memory loss, so no. But my thing is that it's too many people say that he was amazing. And just by logic, I can't just discount countless amounts of people that say, no, this guy was the GOAT, 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 this guy was the GOAT. I'm like, they can't all be in cahoots lying. You could just say, so everybody in that area was just that, we're going to come together and just lie and say that this dude from Brazil was amazing. And this is what I said before when I got asked about this. What I believe is he was doing things for the first time. So for us, when we view it here, we're like, man, we've seen this stuff before. But imagine seeing an overhead kick for the first time. Imagine seeing someone flick a ball over a guy's head, wait for the ball to come down before he gets done, volley it into a World Cup. Imagine a guy seeing it for the first time, a guy doing a step over, beating numerous guys. So when you're seeing it for the first time, it's like, oh, shit, snap. So that's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's which is why I say, like, it is hard for me to explain the impact R9 had on me, because the impossible technique don't do R9 justice. You had to live it. So when you were living R9, you were watching the matches, you were seeing what he was doing, you were seeing the effect he had on a match. It was like we were witnessing someone and something special. And I think because I was watching ESPN FC, because they were saying, if R9 actually, by the way, ESPN FC is not bad. That is probably the only, because I try not to watch football content on YouTube because I do so much football stuff. I don't want to now over football myself. But the only football thing I watch is ESPN FC, which is actually pretty cool. It's actually not bad. And they asked them, then, do you think that if R9 didn't have any injuries, do you think he would have been the best? And Shaka Hiss was like, yeah, for sure. And my thing is, like, if this dude did not have any injuries and he kept on playing at the level he was at, there's no question. Like, with all due respect to everyone, whether it's Neymar, Ronaldinho, I would even say Maradona, Pele, Cristiano, and so forth, R9 was like you're looking at an alien doing things at a different level. Because for me, with Messi, it's like boom, but R9, there was a kind of aggressive energy he was doing things at. And my thing is that R9 was speed, strength, dribbling, technique, football IQ, goal scoring, big game appearance. He just had the complete package. So as a defender, like, there's a thing on YouTube, like before the 98 World Cup, where you see, I think it's like Thuram, Desai, all these guys, and they're and discussing R9. Remember, so these guys are discussing a 21-year-old. So this guy's saying, man, do you know what this? Imagine people being fearful, grown men being fearful of a 21-year-old about what he could do. But he just would like, boom, and then the ball is gone. So it was just a very, very special time around R9. And look, to be clear, I said again, he is the best player I have seen. The GOAT is Maradona, but the best player I've seen is R9, because I've never seen a player that's good. Never. I've never seen a player that good. HH, is Dele Alli's career done, or does he need a move away? No, it's not done. But if him and Mourinho have fallen out, he should push for a move. He should push for a move. But we don't know the whole story, because again, that all or nothing was interesting. Because is it a case that Mourinho is being a prick, or is it the fact that Ali, you're not trying hard enough and you're not giving enough of an effort? And now there is a manager who is now calling you out for being lazy in training. As a Pochettino was more laissez-faire. Mourinho said, nah, if you don't train, F you. So for me, I always felt that Dele Alli was overrated. Talented player, has some nice ability, but the way people viewed him and the way people rated him was a bit too high from the kind of guy that I saw in terms of what he was producing and his production. So, yeah, good player, but his career can still thrive. He just needs to leave, because I think once Mourinho really falls out with you, it may be it. But then with Mourinho, he always gives you a chance to come back. Look how Ndombele. People thought, oh my gosh, Ndombele is done, he's finished. But he gave Ndombele a chance. And Ndombele was instrumental in getting that team back to say, what's up? From your boy, I'm True Critic, man. Just react to Pele did it 50 years ago, Oh yeah, people keep telling me about that video, because I have watched a few Pele vids, because they had to find, and like the one I found was like, okay, it was a bit grainy and so forth, but I will watch that one. And yes, guys, I will watch a separation, man. I will watch a separation, don't worry. Shout out to your main man, to Dare 123. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys for the support. The support. That is what keeps me on live. That's what keeps the lights on. Man. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for the support. So, I'm a Real Madrid fan who is not Spanish. How should I respond to people who tell me I shouldn't support the club because I'm not Spanish? How do you respond to stuff as a Nigerian Chelsea fan? It's pretty simple. This club football is not international. Anybody that says that you're a moron. What if only Spanish people supported Real Madrid? The club wouldn't be making as much money it would be, and it wouldn't be as big as it was. Manchester United would be completely irrelevant if only people from Manchester or England supported Man United. The reason why Man United is one of the biggest clubs in the world is not because of what they do on the pitch. It's because they're one of the most supported clubs around the globe. So their brand, they're famous. The reason why they're so big is because of how big they are and how supported they are around the world. Don't get it twisted. Don't let anybody tell you that club football is about loyal, it's about being a real fan. From where you are, man, shut up. This is a business. It is a ruthless business. These players, they work for a company. Pele said it's best. Club football, you're kissing the badge of a team one season, next season, you're kissing the badge of another season, next season. There is zero loyalty in club football. It is completely ruthless. We hire you, we pay you, you provide your service, and then we then move you on. Similar to look at what they did to Cannibal. You came for your service, Imagine comes through, piss off. Cannibal says he can love Barcelona all he wants, but no. I'm sorry, no, he's no longer there. And then the Cannibal will now be kissing the badge of another team in Atletico and will be working hard to beat that Barcelona time. Internationals is different. The moment you play a single competitive game for your country, that is your team for life. So loyalty is internationals because you can't change. Once you play a single senior competitive game for that side, that is your side for life. So how can somebody say to you that, oh no, you're not a real fan when club football by its nature is fake? Because players come and players go. Players come, players go. I thought Torres was supposed to be this like Liverpool legend. He loves Liverpool. Liverpool is his life, his boyhood club. He will be with Liverpool all the time. 50 mil, he then went over to Chelsea. So no. That's anybody that says that is a complete idiot, man. Is a complete idiot. All right, let's just see. And also as well as like people have to realize that this is a global sport. Whether you like it or not, this is a global sport, and club teams. Let's see. Do you know who people who say that are the hardcore fans? Those are the guys that say it. Ask Perez. Perez is like, bro, we want, and we need those fans from Nigeria, from Iraq, from Japan, all these kinds of guys, because that is what helps our brand. Why do Real Madrid, Man United, obviously before COVID, go and have a tour of America or go to China? Because they make a lot of money from those tours in terms of shirt sales, merchandise, and guys that buy the tickets. So if you don't have a global fan base, that harms the business of your club, you stupid morons. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying, man. Messi wants all the smoke from the board. You see, it is, guys, despite everything that has happened this summer with Barcelona, 8-2, the Messi discussion and everything, guys, will you honestly be surprised if Barcelona end up winning La Liga? Question for the live chat. Would you be surprised based on everything that has happened? Turmoil. Your captain is literally saying F you to the board. Would you be surprised if Barcelona end up winning La Liga? I wouldn't. I can see a story playing out. And the story playing out is this is it. There's so much rigmarole, so much stuff with behind the scenes and everything. And they somehow keep winning games, still doing their thing, and end up winning La Liga. I can see that happening. I can see that happening. So it is what it is, man. From your armchair critic, man, rank these on eye test. Ibra, Lewandowski, Benzema, Jaws. Based on eye test, so from least to best, to best, I would go Ibra. I'd go Ibra. That's a tough one. Let me think. I mean, Ibra is definitely the least out of this in terms of just eye test. But now, how do I put Lewandowski, Benzema, and Jaws? I would say eye test specifically. I would say so. Ibra. I would say Ibra, Cannibal, Benzema, Lewandowski. See, Cannibal and Benzema is tricky because my thing about Cannibal is that the guy is a. So I'm just looking at these guys at the best was a truly quality player, but for me, there was more to Benzema's game because Benzema is playmaking. He's not just goal scoring, he's passing the ball, he's creating, he's giving the ball to other guys. So he's like a striker and a number 10. So Cannibal is just like skillful plays and everything. So Benzema is, I can give you that dribble, I can give you the pass, I can give you the left, I can give you that creativity, I can also give you the goal as well. So he's doing so much in his rare repertoire. And Lewandowski, I say again, Lewandowski was really this all-encompassing dude. So, but that's a good question, man. That's a good question. That's a tough one. And again, if you're saying that, I mean, because I think it would be best to say them at their very best, because that's just better. But at their very best, yeah, it's tough. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. From Laulu, thank you for the super chat, Mr. Laulu. And it's not like the players of the same nationality play in a club. Players club from all over the world come from all over the world to play for a club. Yeah, man. It's like, you see, which is because that's why whenever people say, no, this guy, he's like a Liverpool guy, he's gonna do everything for Liverpool and everything, and then next time he's playing for another club, like that's why I never understand people say, the identity of a club. This we have an identity. No, you don't. Logically, you can't have an identity. How Liverpool are playing now under Klopp is totally different from how they played under Benitez. And it's totally different from how they played under Gerard Houllier. How Chelsea played under Mourinho is totally different from how they played under Vialli and Hullet. And how they played under Vialli and Hullet is totally different from how they played under Antonio Conte. So with different players, different nationalities, different coaches, different time, it goes with everything. But internationals is based on culture. There is an Italian way of playing football. There is a Nigerian way of playing football. There's a Japanese way of playing football. There is a Swedish way of playing football. There's a Brazilian way of playing football. And that's culture. That's cultural connection to football never really changes. So the Brazilian psychology from 1970 is still pretty much the same that you see now in 2020. The Italian psychology from the 1930s or something is still pretty much the same as 2020 right now. Because Italy just have this thing that we believe in defense. We believe in defense first. Brazil just we believe in attack. Spain believe that we believe that we have to be technical. Japan believe that we have to pass the ball. Germany believe that we have to be balanced. And these countries, they never really change their viewpoints and their psychology of the sport. So, and all the German guys, Spanish guys that come through all have that kind of way of playing based on who they are, their culture and so forth. But for a club can be balanced for one era attacking another era, defensive for another era. So that is the clear difference, man. That is the clear difference, man. All right, let's just see. Look, guys, I told you this is just to me, because you already know what I feel about Lewandowski. See, for me, my thing is you could probably put the cannibal ahead of Benzema, but if that's you see, England's psychology has always been about similar to Germany's in terms of balanced, but very much about passion. So England, and that will never change from the English football and their view of football, is that it's about passion and really, really and desire, which is also similar to Italy as well. Just that Italy marry that passion with technical ability and defense. England marry that passion with obviously kind of like being balanced and just making the smart play. So, it only applies to big international teams like Brazil and Spain. No, it doesn't. Like, Japan have a very particular way of how they view and approach football. Same thing with South Korea. Croatia have a particular way of how they view football. Nigeria have a very particular way of how they view football. So all countries have their own way of that. This is how we believe football should be played. It is how it is. So it's not a thing of only big countries. It's like, no, like it's culture. You're dealing with culture, and the culture have their personalities and characteristics and have their traits, and that connects with how they want to play the football. It is interesting. So Torres at Liverpool, still the best striker I've ever seen. Torres, this is what I said about Torres at Liverpool. The best, probably one of the most consistent 1v1 strikers was Torres at Liverpool. 1v1, it's a goal with Torres. 1v1, if it's 1v1, goal. I can't remember a time where Torres missed a 1v1 during his terms of peak Torres. That guy was a finisher striker. I don't know what happened with Chelsea. It makes no sense, because literally, it's not like if he was declining at Liverpool. He was still very much one of the best strikers in the world. Like, the guy was upper tier 2, borderline tier 1 during his peak. He moves to Chelsea and he literally just forgets how to play football, and then he misses an open goal. So that Chelsea thing was weird. That Chelsea thing was weird, because I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, he was so good for Liverpool, so consistent, scoring so many Gs, was so lethal. Why was he so trash when he moved over to Chelsea? That was wild. Just best. You terrify me. COVID ouchie challenge Zlatan, the god. You see, but the worst thing about COVID is that, why do they always keep on mentioning, this guy's got COVID? Guys, I think most of the world is going to end up having COVID. The news is, this person is now suffering from COVID. Now, that is what you say, okay, this person now suffering from COVID. Aha. But just saying this guy had COVID. Okay, it's like, why are you going to say that? But look, I know if we're even talking about strikers, man, now that's another interesting question. So, last decade, or even 2000 to 2010. So that was Torres' decade. So 2000 to 2010, at their best, who was the best striker in that decade? That might be something that we should talk about on Sunday. 2000 to 2010, that decade, Who was the best striker for that decade? Because that was Torres, that was Henry, that was Eto, that wasn't Villa, that was that was Drogba. That was Drogba because by 2012, Drogba was sort of like that. That was Shevchenko. Who else was there? Am I missing anyone? Yeah. I said Henry. So I said Torres, Henry, Etso, Shevchenko. So those. So at their best, who was the best striker of that? I mean, that is a discussion. That is a discussion. That is a discussion. Rodney, I am putting Drogba in there. Stop hating. Stop hating, Rodney. Stop hating. That's a tough one, man. But guys, man, and I think I even mentioned this before. People were sleeping on Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o was. Go and watch highlights of Eto'o, because what you forget is Eto'o had ball skills. Because for me, I just thought Eto'o was more relaxed. No one is mentioning Ruud van Nistelrooy plays more relaxed, just chill. Nobody's mentioning Ruud. Ruud's name was not even mentioned. Really relaxed, it was just chill. Like Van Nistelrooy was literally an 18-yard merchant. So if you go, Del Piero wasn't a striker; he was a number 10, so he doesn't count as a striker. I'm talking about striker. Because now, if you now go to my decade, which is the 90s, which I feel was the best decade for strikers. I mean, you've got Batistuta, you've got Baggio, you've got George Weah, you've got R9, you've got Romario. Oh my God. 90s was crazy, guys. 90s was. Which decade had the best strikers? Ooh, now that's a great one. Which decade had the best strikers? In terms of just like as a unit. Because if we look at this decade, we've got, who do we have this decade? This decade we've got David Villa, we've got Kane, Aguero, Benzema, Lewandowski, Aubameyang. Now this decade isn't this for me, I believe it's between the 90s and 2000 to 2010. It's between those two decades. Basically, it's between 2000s and 20. See, 80s, I need to do my research because 80s is Van Basten. I think. Do you put Klinsmann there? Because no. I think Klinsmann was 90s. Do you put what's it called? Socrates in there as well? Wasn't the name of that Argentine dude? I made a mistake. I don't think we should put Kane in there. Basically, for me, that's a great debate, and I think it's between the 90s and 2000s. Guys, 90s, man. You want George Weah, R9, Romario, Baggio, Batistuta. Guys, 90s, man. Guys, we're sleeping in the 90s. Guys, I'll give you just three names: Batistuta, R9, Weah, and then I could just throw in a Baggio. I could just throw in Patrick. Guys, I think it's the 90s. Clivert, Batistuta, Baggio, Romario, R9, Weah. I'll probably even give you Kano Wanko. The heck? Stura, R9, Romario, Gio. But just 2010 is, because look, man, Torres, Henry, Etso, Shevchenko. No one mentioned Kaka's not a striker. He's a number 10. Drogba. 2000. They've got a crew, man. They've Vieira was a bad boy. Guys, guys, I think it's the 90s. I think 90s. Yeah. Game set match. Game set match. Game set match. Game set match. It's done. We're done. We're done here. We're done here. We're done here. Like we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Yeah. Boom. Thank you. Thank you and good night. So R9, Batistuta, George Weah, Patrick Kluivert, Baggio, Alan Shearer, Christian Vieri, Jesus. Trezeguet was 2000 still. I think Trezeguet was 2000 2010. Trezeguet was 2000 2010. Nah. Yeah, no. 90s is thingy. Oh, name that 20. This is easy. So Bayern Munich 2020, 2019 was Liverpool. 2018 was 2018 was Real Madrid. 2017 Real Madrid. 2016 Real Madrid. 2015 was Barcelona. 2014 was Real Madrid. 2013 was Bayern Munich. 2012 Chelsea. 2011 Barcelona. 2010 Inter Milan. 2009 Barcelona. 2008 Manchester United. 2007 AC Milan. 2006 Barcelona. 2005 Liverpool. 2004 FC Porto. 2003 AC Milan. 2002 Real Madrid. 2001 Bayern Munich. 2000 Real Madrid. Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me, man. Like I know that thing off the rip, baby, off the rip. Rodney, nobody was robbed, man. Nobody was robbed, man. Nobody was robbed. Nobody was robbed. No, but I will say that. So 90s we've established is tops. Second best era for strikers was 2000s. I'll give you that. But then this goes to my theory. See, I'm not being a 90s merchant. I'm not being a 90s merchant at all. I'm just being real. My thing is 90s. In the 90s, you had loads and loads of different top players. I believe that even towards the 2000s, you could name 6, 7, 8 players who were like, these are top guys. Can we, in all honesty, in today's game, can we name 6, 7, 8 players who are like top players? I don't think we can. I really don't think we can. There were much more amazing players, and there were more teams that had amazing players than they are now. Most of the great players are just kept in 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. You just had, like back then, Sampdoria would have a guy. Roma had Totti saying what's up. Vieri had flipping your boy at flipping Lazio. Newcastle had Shearer as Aspria. Guys had guys. They had guys, man. What's it called? Deportivo had that boy, Mackay. Valencia were a team. Valencia had your boy Mendieta, your boy Morientes, your boy Pablo Aimar. So Valencia will even say what's up. So, but just now, it's much more of a smaller club. You don't have top players who are like spread around. From your boy Daniel Jones Ortega, man, football hub member, what a baby. How do you think a second lockdown would affect football in the UK? Now, I don't think as long as they keep on doing the testing and they maintain the proper testing methods and everything, I don't think there's going to be a lockdown with regards to the football. Now, if you're saying about a lockdown in the UK, I think it's just going to be how it was when the thing restarted. We're just going to be at home watching the games. So So I don't think it's going to be that much of a big effect because you saw Super Cup final, them introducing fans. So if they get a handle in, because I think the plan was just that things have gotten a bit fucked up under Boris Johnson, but the plan was by now you have like stadiums filled to like 20%, 30% capacity, like what you saw in the Super Cup, and then just slowly and surely you build up, you build up, you build up. Because trust me, that I watch games on mute. That artificial sound is fucking garbage. It's crap. It's horrible. It's horrible because it's badly timed. It sounds bad. It sounds so artificial. It's terrible. So I don't think it will be that much of a big effect. Now, if you're saying a lockdown of football, oh shit, then they're really going to be screwed. But so much money is to be made that they will find a way, man. They'll find a way. They'll find a way. Verge, I don't even want to. I never want to hear about that AC Milan team being a great team. Because that was what the issue I had in Football Dog with people. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a damn. And you know what? I still ride with Pirlo. But Pirlo, that is on your resume. And what's it called? Because I bought Pirlo's book. And Pirlo mentions that thing in '05. It doesn't make any sense. I told you. I remember in '05, I was like, yeah, because guys were like, because I was against guys with Liverpool. I was like, Liverpool, so I came through and singing. I said 3-0. I said, look, guys, it is what it is, man. No, you tried and everything. Milan gave you that work, baby. Milan gave you that work. What's up, baby? Milan gave you that work, baby. What's up, baby? But because when Gerrard scored, I was like, good consolation, 3-1. It's fine. It's good. But it just shows you. Then when Smith scored, I was like, wait a minute. How did it go from 3-0 to 3-2? Because when Smith scored, I was like, okay, it's a different game. Because when Gerrard scores, you just think, okay, 3-1, the game will keep going. Then maybe they may get 3-2 like in the 87th minute, but Milan will then get like a fourth. But the key thing to that was that Smith goal was the key goal. Obviously, all goals were important, but I just think the Smith goal, because of how quick it was, how early in the second half it was, and once it became 3-2, Milan were like, oh shit. And Liverpool were like, we have them. Which is why I say the greatest halftime team talk of all time was Benitez. And I want to know what Benitez said or what he gave. What he gave. Did he were they, doing lines? Did they do lines? Did they do lines? I want to know what Benitez said, because that, for me, is the greatest halftime team talk of all time. Because I don't know how you can come out to that pitch. You know that you're the inferior team, and you're looking at Cafu, Seedorf, Pirlo, Shevchenko, Kaka, Crespo, Dida, and it's a final. You're 3-0 down in a final, and you have any belief that you can come back. Obviously, like you say, look, we have to do our thing, but every single person on the plans were like, AC Milan are 3-0 up with 45 minutes to go. It's over. It's over. And I remember Djibril Cissé had a great chance. Because I thought it was going to be 4-3. I thought, oh, this is crazy. I remember Djibril Cissé had a great chance in the extra time, but it didn't go through. And this is when I knew that Liverpool were going to win. I think it was second half extra time. This must have been from 1 yard away, where the ball fell to Shevchenko. I swear to you, Shevchenko shot this ball at Dudek. 9 times out of 10, if he shoots the ball at that range with that speed, it just rebounds. He shot the ball at Dudek and the ball went up. I say, that's against the laws of physics. When I saw that, I was like, the football gods have taken over. The football gods have taken over. Ridiculous game. Ridiculous game, man. Absolutely ridiculous game, man. Yeah, see, for me, which is why it's a crazy thing, because he scored, those were 2 amazing goals, and that ball from Kaka was amazing. But who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Like, I don't want to hear about how amazing I played in a Champions League final that I lost. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that. So that's the thing. And HH, is Uwa a good player? From what I saw, he's a good player, and Arsenal should get him. Arsenal are looking good. They're heading in the right direction. Xhaka is a thugged out midfielder. He's not a central midfielder. When I mean that by central midfielder, like for me, I didn't play every position. Central midfielder was my primary position when I played. And a central midfielder is a guy who is giving the ball, he's passing the ball. He's tasked with controlling the game for you. Because if you're in control of the game, it gives you a good foundation to now create chances. And Arsenal don't have that. So Arsenal are like sort of like, let's just quickly get the ball to Aubameyang quickly. They don't have that possession side of the game. And I think what Uwa can bring is, you know what? 5 minutes, let's say what's up. 5 minutes, he's like chill. He can just say like 5 minutes, let's chill. Just then there, you absolute. I swear I read your super. Oh, look at this. From just best in Zen. Just change it into just best. I'm not calling it just Zendaya, man. That's creepy. From just best in. Zlatan isn't to blame for UCL exits. Just best in. I'm going to be doing an Ibrahimović video very soon. You played for top teams. You were the top player for a peak Juventus, peak AC Milan, peak Barcelona, and you never reached a CL final. That will continue to haunt Ibrahimović. Great career, superb career, and has scored some of the most amazing goals that we've ever seen a striker score. A man of your talents, and you never made a CL final. And you played for amazing teams at their peak. Yo, bro, the season you left Inter Milan, they won the treble. Season you left Inter Milan, they won the flipping treble. Okay, fair enough. It wasn't really peak Milan. That was a peak. It was a peak Juventus, peak Inter Milan, peak Barcelona. Sorry, man. No excuses. No excuses whatsoever, because there were chances for you there to get it done and to score G's. Because you were there with top teams, those top teams gave you the chance and the opportunity to score G's, and you weren't able to say what's up. So, nah. Negative. So you'll see. Because I might do that as a series that's like, how good was he really? How good was this guy really? Because I want to try and bring my editing skills to the whole thing, my whole Final Cut Pro and everything. Oh, by the way, Chromebook is a piece of shit, by the way. I just wanted to throw that out there. Chromebook is an app. Don't get Chromebook. But you know how you say, get Chromebook. Don't get Chromebook. Those pieces of bastards now have locked me out of my Chromebook because of some stupid corruption error. Don't get Chromebook. It's a piece of crap. Who's greater, Modric or Seedorf? 3 Champions Leagues with three different teams. That's good. So what's it? Ajax, Real Madrid, and Milan? Yeah. Ajax, Real Madrid, AC Milan. So that is already more impressive because it's with 3 different teams, and he's the better player. So he is greater. But then an argument could be said that, well, I'm not sure that would be a pretty interesting football battle. I might put that down, Modric against Seedorf, because I think for some football battles moving forward, I want to now do players from the present against players from the past compared to. So if we're looking at it, but an argument can be said that Modric, I've done more internationally than you did. Seedorf, you never guided Netherlands to either Euro final or World Cup final. Modric, I spearheaded Croatia, a far weaker team than Holland, to a World Cup final. So But I will still say Seedorf is greater because, yeah, man. Like, I mean, come on, guys. So, guys, we're talking about Clarence. Okay, guys, we're talking about Clarence, and I knew he was gonna say that because he's black. No, 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 because he's better and he's greater. Because why is Modric greater? So, guys, we're talking about Clarence Seedorf. Okay, I don't think you know who this guy is. It's guys, it's Clarence Seedorf. Have you seen what this guy can do? Did you see that goal that he scored from like the half? Guys, come on, guys, what are we talking about here? You know, Seedorf's impact on the game, how it is viewed, is going to be higher than Modric. Modric is fully amazing, quality midfielder. But when we think of Modric, we just think of that's a Real Madrid side. That's a great Real Madrid side. So we don't really think of Modric more as this individual superstar guy. We think of him as being part of, an important part, but still part of a great Real Madrid side. Seedorf was not. This is that dude. It's like Beckham. Bergkamp, no, he's that dude. And that's what you get for a lot of Dutch guys, whether you want to say Bergkamp, whether you want to say Kluivert, whether you want to say Berg, whether you want to say Robin, is those dudes. So come on, bro. Like guys, let's be real, man. Let's be real. 10 years from now, we'll be saying that we're talking about Luka Modric. 10 years from now, we will not talk about Modric in the way that we talk about Pirlo, Javi, Seedorf, or any of these dudes. No. We will say, oh yeah, Modric was a quality midfielder. I'm sorry, we're not going to view Modric in the same way that we view Seedorf and all of these dudes. No, we're not. I think that they're just levels. Like Seedorf is just on a higher technical level than Modric. Guys, we're talking about Clarence Seedorf. Have you seen some of the passes this guy's made? Some of the goals that this guy scored? There are levels to this stuff, man. You know? Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Is like, a lot of you guys saying this stuff, because remember, guys, I'm older than most of you guys. So I can use that whole age thing. So I really watched Seedorf. You know, I really watched this dude and saw what the guy was doing. Technically, the kinds of things that Seedorf could do were insane. It was insane, the kinds of things that Seedorf would do. So Seedorf's football ability, his football IQ was on a whole different level. A whole different level, bro. See, guys, it's like a cheat code. If a Dutch player is elite, that's a cheat code. Because Dutch players just by nature are just some of the most technically players that we've seen. So if you're telling me Seedorf, Kluivert, Robin, Bergkamp, you threw in your boy Cruyff, we're dealing with something very different. De Boer, Stam, we're dealing with something very, very Percy, you know. Come on, man. You know. So from your boy Natsa, as you say, what has Seedorf done in the World Cup? Modric was the best player in the World Cup. No, he wasn't. That was Hazard. That was Hazard. And carried Croatia to a final. He didn't carry Croatia. You're being a nostalgia merchant. No. Modric was top. Was top in that World Cup and everything. But the best player at that World Cup, I know you guys don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to hear it. It was Zad. It was Zad. I know. It's inconvenience. I know. Zad was the best player at the World Cup. He was he was the best. But Modric winning it, Modric was definitely like top 3. So Modric winning it, I'm like, okay, I don't agree with it. Modric winning World Cup best player isn't the crap of Messi winning best player. Messi winning best player 2014 was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life because that was stupid. Because I was like, guys, what are you doing? I'm sorry. Argentina lost. The whole Messi being crowned thing didn't work. What are you doing giving Messi the best player when he didn't show up for the semi of the final? That's just stupid. So me getting it to Modric, that's fine. But Hazard was the best player of the World Cup. Let's be real, he was the best player at the World Cup. That's just facts. That's just facts, Amondo. That's just facts, Amondo. But guys, no, you're sleeping on Sadov. You spent 3 Champions Leagues with 3 different teams. Come on. 3 different teams, not just one team, 3 different teams. Which is why I rate Mourinho over Pep. Mourinho, 2 Champions Leagues, 2 different teams. You have to, Modric, win a CL with Scunthorpe. Win a CL with Scunthorpe, then we can talk. Win a CL with Scunthorpe. Show me you can win a CL with Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe, man. From HH, how do you guys, come on, guys. You're not gonna give Hazard that award, guys. Hazard right now needs all the help he can get. He is overweight. He's eating. His career could be over. Just give him. Just give him that. Give him the best player at the World Cup. Just give him that, please. Come on, just chill. HH, how do you rate Deco? How would you compare him to midfielders of his same generation? See, Deco, I would say, was like tier 2. Quality, good quality player. I can't really put him in that whole upper tier 2 category because I don't think he was as important or as influential in games as upper tier 2 dudes. So Deco, we're looking at 03, 04, 05, so forth. So really 03, 04, that's really his bag. So really, Deco was sort of around the Zidane era, was towards the end of Zidane. He was in the Nedved era. You know, who were the midfielders at that 2010? He was in the Pirlo era. He was in the Totti era. So when you look at Totti, look at Pirlo, look at Zidane. Now you're not looking at Scholes. You're looking at Lampard. I can't really put Deco up. So you see, for me, I would say Deco. I'd put Deco in the kind of Lampard, Gerrard category. But I think like a Scholes, a Pirlo. So remember, of that time, a Scholes and a Pirlo, a bit higher, a bit higher. Where do you rank Crespo? Again, Crespo was, similar to Deco. Crespo would definitely be like tier 2, where really good striker. Like at his best, really good striker. Am I putting Crespo on Shevchenko's level? Am I putting Crespo on the same level as like Henry, Drogba? Also, guys, people need to put some respect on Drogba's name. People need to put some respect on, because like I'm seeing a lot of disrespect on Drogba. Guys, Drogba specialized in, it's not how many you score, it's when you score. Drogba is statistically the most clutch striker of all time. I checked. Okay, so please, people, put some, because I'm seeing some Drogba disrespect, and I don't like it. I will not stand for it at all. I will not stand for any Drogba slander. I'll stand for any Drogba slander. That is wrong. They call him Kai. I know you love that song, Brian, man. It's gonna be on my album. My album is dropping soon, man. See, look at all these guys insulting Drogba and everything. You see, no, but you see, Mo, whenever people bring me guys, I say, let me be fair. That's how I do my football battles. I do my football battles, bring me a player, I'm going to be fair. I will take you at your best. So whenever we do player comparisons, his best, his peak, and his peak. Oh my gosh, Crespo towards the end of his career, yes, of course the guy was a brick. But are we going to now forget when Crespo 06, Crespo for Milan, the guy was a finisher. The guy was a real nice finisher, you know. And guys, Argentina had a peak Crespo, peak Tevez, baby Messi, peak Riquelme, Saviola. That team was, Roberto Ayala as well, who was a damn good defender. It is sacrilegious that those guys didn't win that World Cup. Because, you see, it just shows you that the best team at the World Cup doesn't necessarily win. Germany were the best team at the 2010 World Cup. Argentina were the best team at the '06 World Cup. You see, Belgium were the best team in the 2018 World Cup. France just beat them. But Belgium were the best team in that 2018 World Cup. Don't get it twisted. But all because you're the best, i.e., you play the best football, you're the most entertaining, doesn't mean that you win. You know, France weren't great. They just knew how to win. But shout out to that stubborn guy called Didier Deschamps, man. Freaking hell, man. What? Wait, how old are you? Did you ever play that challenge manager? So everyone was never above tier 3. Are you sick? Never above tier 3. The hell? I told you, man, guys, just come up with some mad stuff, man. From Natsa, thank you for the super chat, Natsa. Modric carried a poorer side. Hazard is the GOAT. Well, Natsa, he's not the GOAT yet. You know, he's still sort of gets fit out. So I think let's just relax on the whole GOAT talk. I don't want to tempt because remember he needs to get fit. So relax on the whole GOAT talk. Modric didn't carry Croatia. He didn't carry them. That was a team effort. Guys, were we all sleeping in 2018? Modric was quality. He didn't carry them. Zidane carried that France side. Maradona carried that Argentina side. That's what a carry job is. And I'm sorry, facts are facts. Belgium were the best team at the World Cup. Hazard was the best player. It is what it is. And I'm sorry this hurts you. I'm sorry that your GOATs were never the best player at a World Cup. They never were. Hazard was. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So let's see what else you guys say, man. Was Snyder robbed of the Ballon d'Or in 2010? He had a treble and won Best Player in Europe and had a great World Cup with Robin. My dear friend, the Ballon d'Or is a piece of crap. Dumbass, biased, shitty award show that they're trying to make like the Oscars. And I cannot wait until Messi and Cristiano retire and it goes back to just being a regular award without the whole Messi, Cristiano, all that shite. Of course he was robbed. Because what they wanted to do is force down our throats this idea of like, oh, Messi, Ronaldo, and that whole stupid thing. And it was engineered because that is what sold views, sold traffic, and that is what made the award show popular because they knew that we have to give it to either Cristiano or Messi to really salivate these psychopaths who still live in their basements with their balls hanging out of their boxer shorts. So my thing is, of course, Snyder deserved it. Like, you see, that was the Ribery thing was just the icing on the cake. But how does a guy, he wins, and what did they give it to Messi or Cristiano that year? I don't even care. A dude wins a treble, being one of the best players, treble, and he leads his side to the final of the World Cup. I think they gave it to Messi because it was the finalists were Snyder, Messi, and I think Iniesta. Because obviously it had to be Iniesta because of the whole. Hold on. I don't think Snyder was even a finalist. I think it was Xavi, Iniesta, Messi. Chat. I think it was Xavi, Iniesta, Messi who were the finalists in 2010. I don't even think that Snyder was the finalist, man. Um, let me just see. Let me just see. Yes, yeah. There you go. So that's even a double smack in the face. Sergio, I don't give a damn. I don't care how much he balled. Fact of the matter is, Snyder was critical to a team winning the treble. And he was one of the best players at the World Cup, leading Holland to a World Cup final. That's alone, boom. Okay, you scored. Where did that? Where did that end you up? Nah. Don't give me that crap, man. So that shows you that it's a pile of crap. It's a pile of crap. Um, from just besting, people compare Drogba to Valia. You see, yeah, that's his disrespect. That right there is sick. Kane and Vardy, they should compete on their own in like a separate place. Don't mention Vardy and Kane in the same thingy with Drogba. Don't. Drogba is dealing with Henri, Shevchenko, David Villa, and everything. Vardy and Kane, let them just worry on the side of the road there, please. Yeah. Someone had a good question here. I wanna. So who's your most improved and comeback player of the year? I say Pulisic and Lukaku. Oh, that's a good one. Of the year, because the most improved player overall I've seen is Gnabry. Incredible. What Gnabry was like 4 or 5 years ago to what he is now is insane. From some nothing player who no one really cared about to, I believe there's a good argument to be said that he should have been in the final three of the UEFA men's finalists, man. So, most improved now of the year, I think that's it. Pulisic and look, yeah, I can't think of it because Pulisic from the restart just shone. I mean, let me think. Are there any other ones? I can't really think of any other ones, man. It's definitely not Hazard, man. I'll give you that, man. Um, you can make a strong argument for Thomas Muller and Neuer. You can make two great arguments for Muller and Neuer. Lukaku is a good one. I think for improved, I would say Pulisic and Gnabry. But basically, it's like the whole Bayern thing. But you say just for the year. For the year, I'll give you Pulisic. But comeback, guy, remember, Muller was like, the guy's done. Remember, he was on the bench. Kovacic wasn't playing him. It was like he was not going to go anywhere. Hansi Flick said, "Yo, this is my German bra. This is my German bra. All right, my German bra is saying, what up, baby? He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. My German bra ain't going nowhere." So Neuer. Based on how people were disrespecting him. Basically, Neuer's theme tune should be for Forgot About Dre. That should be his theme tune because it's as if they forgot about Neuer. And just the way in which he came, like literally, from being, oh no, Ter Stegen is the number one guy. He does not deserve to be the number one keeper. Yeah, Neuer has finished here. Like his peak was 2014 to now. The guy's a chief. That guy is Chief Manuel Olusegun Neuer. So yeah, for me, Neuer is the comeback thing. But yeah, that whole thing, that improved thing is a good Lingard. What the fuck? Gnabry from farmer to ranch. Amcha Critic says that who's better at playmaking, Bergkamp or Zidane? I would probably say Bergkamp. An argument can be said is that he's one of the best number 10s supporting strikers I've ever seen. And I just think that's the kinds of passes he could produce. and just what he could be able to do with the ball was insane. What he could do with the ball is insane. Like, go and watch the pass that he gives to Henry. It's just the various things and dimensions and logistics that it does, from the ball control, twist down, side foot, hook and throw. Like, god damn. Insane. That was absolutely insane. That was absolutely insane. Actually, not too crazy a question. Greenwood is a better footballer. Haaland is more effective. Haaland is way more. So Haaland, in terms of just getting goals and getting himself in good position to score goals, Haaland. But Greenwood is a better player. And this is similar to the whole Salah Mahrez thing. Mahrez is a better player than Salah. I'd rather take Salah. Greenwood is a better player than Haaland. I'd rather take Haaland, because Haaland is just much more of an effective player. Wait, where the hell does Karius come through, man? All right, let's just see. Where did you rate Michael Ballack? Ballack again was, for me, I would put Ballack like upper tier 3. I know that he was huge for Leverkusen, huge for Germany and everything. I don't know that I'd shift him in that whole tier 2 category. Like, he was a good, solid midfielder, good leader, versatile. But when I'm now thinking about like the top players or top midfielders in their position, am I really looking at Ballack? I don't think so. I really don't think I am, man. So Ballack, because again, like, Ballack was just, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about cost, so Leverkusen, 0-2, they were leading in the Bundesliga. Remember, and I believe he was captain. So they were leading in the Bundesliga, German Cup final, Champions League final. They lose the league. I think there was even a fourth one as well. I can't remember. But they lose the league, they lose the cup final, they lose the CL final. And then you now go to the infamous game in 2009, where the referee fucked up Chelsea. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And what's it called? Again, he gets booked in the World Cup semi-final and misses the World Cup final. I mean, my gosh, man. And what's it called? I think 2010 World Cup, Kevin Prince Boateng injures him and he misses the World Cup. Wow. I mean, if you're talking about bad luck, man, that's just insane. That is just insane. Well, Disney Plus. Look, basically, I've been meaning to delete Disney Plus as soon as possible, because I just want to just finish the X-Men series, finish the Spider-Man series, and I don't know whether to keep it for when the Mandalorian arrives. So I might. Look, it's $4.99, man. So it's not like it keeps up with the kids. So, and there is some good content there, personally, man. Shout out to your boy Jonas Philberg, man, Horseman, member, man. Thank you, big man. Hey, Jonas, bro, I can't co-sign that. I can't co-sign that. No, I'll be real with you. I used to insult Xhaka. I used to abuse him, say you're trash, you're useless, and so forth. But Xhaka has been very good. Xhaka has been very good for Arsenal, but he's limited. He is a limited player, and you can't have Xhaka as your main central midfielder. You need a midfielder who knows how to keep the ball and who really understands the kind of demands needed to be a central main midfielder. And I just think that Oua is just of a higher technical level than your boy Xhaka is. So I can't co-sign that. Uwa is just he's the better player and he's the better midfielder. But the key thing is what you want is you have both of them because Xhaka does the kind of rudimentary thug-like walk, and Uwa is the guy who passes around. Basically, it's like look at the combination of Casemiro and Modric. Casemiro does a specific role. Kroos and Modric they do a specific role, and Arsenal are missing that kind of Tony Kroos, Modric in that their team, you know. Or really, or more like Fede Valverde is what a Xhaka guy is more like, you know. Um, um, oh no, no, and that's basically those things because we're now back in the season and those things are coming through. The anatomy of a goal and everything, those things are going to be doing for members. So if you're like a tier one member, I'm going to be doing anatomy of a goal, anatomy of a break, for the tier one members. And I think then for horseman members is where I look at a player and I really directly follow that player. So the last one I did was Javi for the horseman thing. And for the tier one thing, the last thing I did, I looked at Sadio Mane's goal against Chelsea and Kepa's mistake. So anatomy of a goal of Sadio Mane's goal and an anatomy of a break. Speaking of which, I don't know whether you guys, again, I don't want to talk about Kepa because it's all about Mendy and moving forth. Um, do you realize that a guy was standing right in front of Kepa and Mane was there? Zuma was right there. This would look at say, look, man, Kepa. Question for the chat: who wins La Liga? If you're going to put money down right now, who wins La Liga? Right now, I want to hear you people say who wins La Liga right now. Live chat. I want to hear you guys. Who wins La Liga? Who wins La Liga, man? Thoughts on Gabriel Jesus being out for a couple of weeks for City? Yeah, but it could be. It's not as bad as you think because remember, Pep is Pep is very very confident in not using a striker. De Bruyne can score, Mahrez can score, Sterling can score, Bernardo Silva can score. There are several players that can still G up. So I don't think it will be that heavy for them. Like what will really harm them is if Sterling goes down or if De Bruyne goes down, then that is when they can truly be harmed. And I think and Foden is looking all right. Foden is looking pretty good for Man City, you know. So that's my thing, man. All right, so what are we saying? So I'm seeing Elche, Real, Barca, Real by 6 points, Atletico, Sevilla, Madrid, Sevilla, Valencia, Elche, Huesca, Real, Barcelona with Koeman the whole season, Barca, Jaws, Valencia. Yeah, Valencia are getting relegated, man. Um, so let's see how things play out, guys. Let's revisit this in about 5, 6, 7 games because we should reserve judgment. What I wanted someone to say is that HH, thanks for the question, but screw you. I reserve judgment until I see Barcelona play because this is going to be a very different Barcelona side. This is going to be the most different we've seen Barcelona since probably Tata Martino took over and he was trying to maybe make things a bit different. But like Setien was, they just grabbed Setien from the markets to say, yo, please just do the thing. So Setien was like, okay, like I'll just do this whole battle thing, you're Messi, what do you want me to do and everything. But Koeman has a very, very clear plan and clear idea of what he wants in the team. Hence why he's like, all right, boom, you're out, you're in, you're out, you're in. And true, it doesn't help that it's everything behind the scenes is messed up. You can't sleep on Barcelona. You can't sleep on Barcelona, man. You simply can't sleep on Barcelona. But Atletico getting the cannibal makes things interesting, man. That makes things very, very interesting. That makes things very, very interesting indeed. Um, like what I want is a three-horse race. That would not. That is where La Liga could now pop off, and I think that we could potentially get that because, correct me if I'm wrong, Barcelona don't have a striker. So Barca don't have a striker. So I'm like, okay, let's look at have a striker in Cannibal. He's declining and so forth. We know where Real Madrid are at, but Hazard is okay. Let me ask another question. Is Hazard, and I want you guys to be objective. When I ask this question. Is Hazard's career finished? Or do you still believe that he could do something? Is his career finished, or do you believe that he can still do something? That's what I want to know. The Eden Hazard, is this over for Zad? Is it finito, or let's just wait until this season and see what he can do. Let's wait for this season. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can ride with, because I'm very worried. I'm very worried. And with every day that goes through, it becomes less and less likely that we could perhaps see Zad. And my hope as a footballing fan, my hope for a footballing fan is us to be able to see Zad ball for Real Madrid. And I think we were robbed of seeing Zad saying what's up for Real Madrid. As football fans, we were robbed of that. Damn. It's over, but he might do something internationally. He can still do something. This is a pivotal year for him if he feels he's washed. You see, this is what I have to really agree with. This year is massive. This year is massive for Hazard. If this dude messes up this year, fuck, I don't know, man. Like, guys, I don't know, man. Like, if he doesn't play, he's unfit, he's disinterested. Because even his place at Belgium is under threat. My thing is that what went wrong, man? And you know what? I think you can almost draw parallels with the Torres thing, but the difference with the Torres thing is Torres still tried. He still tried and he was still trying to say what's up. But I think for Hazard, I just think he just like Torres didn't turn up overweight. Well, it was different though. Remember, Torres moved in January, so there was no real preseason, so he was already spick and span and so forth. But my thing though is, it just doesn't make sense. How do you go from top 3 player in the world, did amazing things for Chelsea, finished off, had one of your best seasons ever, to just, it's weird. It is truly, truly weird. It is truly, truly weird. Can Atletico win La Liga with the Cannibal? You see, my thing about this is that, guys, this is why I keep trying to tell you guys. There is what you see on paper and what you see in practice. Now, we know the Cannibal is skilled and so forth. But let's see how he fits in with this team. Let's see how he plays. I think he fits in well. And I think that in terms of how he plays and so forth, his movement, his ability on the ball, I think he would fit in with how Atletico will want to play. And because remember, Uruguay are quite a pragmatic side. I think Tabarez, maybe not as defensive or as pragmatic as Atletico, but there are similarities in approach. And I do think that the Cannibal, it would be a bit different, but I think that he could work well in a more defensive-minded system. Where it's like, you know what? Take that chance, pop off. Because Barcelona is like, you need to pass more, give them the ball, give and go once. So here it's about, okay, boom, long ball, cross through, impact, turn, shoot. So, like, look, it's a very, it is so crazy because, as I said again, like, the idea for Barcelona was selling him to Juventus. Even if he's declining, you don't sell him to a right. He's because Thomas will say, "Oh no, Atletico aren't a rival, bro. This season, Atletico are definitely a title rival for Barcelona. They have to be this season because we don't because this is Barcelona under a new coach with Lionel Messi, who is psychologically in and out of the side. Because, but let me just stay sick with this. I'd still can they win it with Cannibal? I don't think so. I think they'll come close. I don't think so because I still feel he's still good. He can provide something. He is declining. He is nowhere near the quality of player that he once was, but he still has the ability in that game to just do something special. And he always has that knack of like, boom, twist, turn, goal, header, goal. So he has those bits of magic that he can still produce, just that he can't produce that piece of magic on a regular basis. So I would say no. But you see, I believe this is going to be between Real Madrid and Barcelona, and it's going to be very close. What I want is it to be a 3-horse race. I want it to be a 3-horse race. But I still believe it's still going to be down to those two teams. And I feel Barcelona are going to run Real Madrid a lot closer. And people shouldn't just be assuming Real Madrid are going to say, what's up? All right. Would England perform better if more of their players played overseas? Yes. For sure, yes. It would it would help them. I think that the Premier League is overrated. And I think people rate the Premier League in a wrong way. I keep reminding people the Premier League is the most popular, not necessarily the best. The best football isn't played in the Premier League. It isn't. It's just the league that I think that has the best fans, the most interesting fan bases, the most lively, vociferous rivalries, and it's the most popular brand. With teams that are the most widely supported in the world, like Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea. These are the most supported clubs on the planet on the globe. But popularity does not equal quality, and the quality of football in the Premier League is questionable. Some games are good, some games are trash. So, like, I believe that when McManaman went to Real Madrid, it improved him, and he became a better player. But he was like the only dude that moved over. Owen moving over to Madrid, that's improved him. So, like, Joe Cole would have been quality in like a La Liga or a Serie. He would have been here doing absolute quality. So I just think like because for 100%, by the virtue of the fact that of Sancho playing for Dortmund, I think does great things. It does great things for England because he's just bringing a whole different kind of psychology to the football, and it can just blend interestingly well to what they're doing. But then people will say that okay, look at Spain. Spain 2010 to 2012. Remember, the 2010 team, every single player was either from Real Madrid or Barcelona, apart from the left back, Capdevila. No, or was it the right back? I think it was Capdevila who was the right back, because left back was Alba. But every player on that Spanish team was either from Real Madrid or Barcelona. But it's Real Madrid Barcelona. And it was mostly Barcelona, and that was considered one of the greatest club sides ever, with some of the best players in their positions ever. So that's a difference. We're not comparing that Barcelona side to Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, and everything, because that Barcelona side thrashes those dudes. So you can't copy the model that their hand based on just how good Barcelona was. So Spain benefited from that. So for England, I just think that whether you want to put a Foden or a Rashford and everything, I think it would improve them. Like if a Rashford or a Foden or even a Stones, like if Stones went to Serie, bro, just learn the rudimentals of defending and really improve your defensive sense. Rashford, go to Bundesliga and Foden, go to Bundesliga and really just free yourself, express yourself a lot more. Because I think that Rashford is going to come under massive pressure as United to deliver because again, people say, "Oh, this is better than Mbappe, is the new dude and everything," the pressure doesn't help you. Like for me, Sancho moving to Dortmund has done wonders for his career. Like Sancho wouldn't be who he is now if he stayed in England. If Sancho was still at Man City or was in England, he would not be the player that he is now. Those are just straight facts, bro. From Ibrahim Hman, how can leagues allocate funds to be competitive? You can see you can copy the Premier League model, but even if you do, it's hard. So the Premier League earns the most money, and from top to bottom, teams receive more funds. So it's basically the Premier League gives more funds to teams from the top to bottom than in any of the other leagues, and I just think that it is very lopsided with how funds are allocated in Bundesliga, specifically the La Liga, and so forth. But it's business. It's business. I think a lot of these leagues they like and they want specific teams to be at the top. So the powers that be they want Bayern Munich at the top, they want PSG at the top, they want Real Madrid and Barcelona at the top because I think that it would be helpful and beneficial if you spread the love around from top to bottom because you now have a more competitive league and a much more interesting league, and then you now have more players developing and so forth. But my dear friend Ibrahim, this is why the Super League is with each growing year, the Super League becomes more and more of a reality because I think that if, let's say, funds are not properly allocated, teams don't have enough money to try and go out and spend. And 5 years from now, Juve are like, what, 10 in a row? Bayern League 10 in a row? PSG 6, 7, 8 in a row? Liverpool and Man City completely taking over the Premier League. Now what? We just keep playing? That's the thing. So if these guys do 10 in a row, 5 in a row, 6 in a row, what's then? We just, oh, no, let's just keep playing. Nah, let's just keep playing. I mean, come on, bro. Then Jones Ortega, Football Hub member, what up, baby? Thoughts on what Messi said of Suarez's exit? You see, this is my thing. Skills, relax. Kepa isn't playing tomorrow. It's either Mendy or Caballero. So Skills, relax. Don't mention that name ever again. Don't mention that name ever again. It's fucking chat. See, my thing is that like again, the key line is nothing surprises me anymore. It's such a weird situation. It's a weird situation because you're like, this guy is openly saying that this board is trash. That these guys are clowns. I've never seen anything like this before where the captain of your team, your best player, is saying these guys are clueless. This board is trash. These guys are treating players like trash. But it's still business as usual because he has a contract. But this is my response. This is what I said on Twitter. What should Barcelona have done? Koeman came in and said, all right, players, boom, 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 boom. All right, I have an idea of how I want to play. So I want to play, this is my formation, this is my strategy. Look at Cannibal, looked at your age, studied you, what you've done in this past season. For what I want, I can't use your services. And also as well, the board has said, yo man, we need to, if we would actually recommend you to offload. So any guys you don't need, say if you want to offload them there, because if we can reduce this wage bill, it will help us financially. So come on, like, all right, this dude, pretty high wage bill, I will not be using it. Not even my squad. Boom. So what did you want them to do? To be like, Cannibal, thank you for everything. Is this is so? I think from Messi's point of view, is like, okay, based on what he's done, specifically with the whole MSN era, maybe he felt like they should have had like a press conference and so on and say, we thank you for everything, and can we have a press conference to say we've done well and everything. But at the end of the day, this is club for football, and Koeman is like, okay, bro, I'm coming in to do a job here. This is cutthroat. This is an employment scheme. This is a job, and I'm sorry, like, we don't need your services anymore. Thank you. Bye bye. It's how club football works. Club football is cutthroat. So, what, they should have done it in a nicer way? Come on, man. I don't really know, man. Please, no. If Mendy flops, are Chelsea screwed? 2 bricks and a 50-year-old keeper. This is the fear I have, man. This is the fear I have. The fear I have is, what if this is my nice scenario? So first game, Mendy's in there. Oh, he's catching things, he's making saves. 90th minute, corner comes through, goes for the ball, it slips through his hands. Guy puts into the back of the net. Chelsea lose the game. That's my fear. And I just have this very strange, dark vision of Mendy making like a big time mistake. And it's like, oh, snap. Because, and you see, the thing for me is this, that Caballero is fine. Just that Caballero just had that really bad moment at the World Cup with Rebic and everything. But apart from that, he's a decent keeper now. They needed to get Mendy. But for me, I don't understand why Caballero didn't play in the Liverpool game. And I just understand that after you've seen what Kepa is, I thought that this guy is obviously not up to snuff. I don't understand why, bro, just shove Caballero in goal. Put him in there. Didn't make any sense, man. It made no sense whatsoever, man. All right. All right, let's see. I thought we were getting off this, man. So you're in the UCL final. You have the worst defense in Europe. Would you rather have Kepa or Karius in net? Karius. Because these are both bad choices. But my thing is that Kepa is at a stage where if he shoots, it's a goal. Karius is that he'll just make a mistake. So he may throw the ball towards you, the ball will slip through his fingers, and so forth. But like, you're dealing with a guy where if he just shoots on goal, like Kepa's save percentage, they say, is amongst the worst in the Premier League. So judging off of that, you're dealing with two scholars. You're dealing with two scholars, so it is literally like feels like a lose-lose situation. But I am more likely just to slide with a Karius than a Kepa. But that, my friend, is an impossible scenario. It's an impossible scenario, man. Kepa didn't cost anything, man. I need to think of this one. Best decade for midfielders. It's definitely not the 90s. Because I think like this last few years have seen us seeing the best of midfielders. So it is between this decade and last decade. But something tells me that it might be this decade. So in this decade, you have to include Iniesta. So this decade is 2010 to 2019. And last decade is 2000 to 2009. So 2010 to 2019, Iniesta. Modric. You can still include Pirlo, but obviously he's more Latin. But you can still, but you know what? Let's be real. You can still say Pirlo, but let's just say Iniesta, Modric, um, Xavi. You can still say Xavi. You can say David Silva. You can say Toni Kroos. You can say come on. We can just slide in a little bit. Like, we can slide in Verratti in there. We can slide in Verratti in there. But if you look at the other decade, 2000 to 2009, so we're looking at Pirlo, Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, Seedorf, Rui Costa, Vieira, Totti was much more of an attacking midfielder, so I don't think he's much more of an attacking midfielder. Well, some will say maybe Ballack. Effenberg was pretty good. Effenberg for Bayern was pretty good. Oh, Zidane. My gosh, how can we forget Flipping Zidane, the goat himself, Zidane. Yeah, so it's between those two. No, Ribery is not a central. So see, now this is the thing. Because whenever someone says midfielders, I just go straight to central midfielders. If we're just saying midfielders, just midfielders, so, oh man, then, my God, yeah. If you're just saying midfielders, because we're talking, that means you bring Ribery, you bring Robin, you bring Cristiano, you bring Bale. So if you look at this decade is definitely Robin, Ribery, Bale, Cristiano, what am I missing? And then last decade, Figo. You can still say Cristiano again. Can you say Giggs? Can you say Giggs? Can you say Giggs? Can you say? Obviously, you have Kaka. Oh my gosh! Then you have Kaka. You have Totti. You have Pablo Aimar. You have Mendieta. Oh yeah, what's it called? Cambiaso. See, now this is a good one. This is a good one. I don't know, because it's between this decade. So it's between the 2010s and the 2000s. See, that's a tough one, man, because 2000s has a lot of guys, man. 2000s has a lot of guys, because you see Ozil. Ozil is this decade. Ozil is because really Ozil came onto the scene at that 2010 World Cup, so Ozil is this decade. And then you also have David Silva as well. You have, you can put in De Bruyne. I don't know. I really don't know. Hazard. And I know you're talking about Hazard. Yeah, it's. But if I had to choose, I might go with the last decade, because now I'm now remembering Nedved, Bergkamp, because Bergkamp also bled into the last decade as well. So Del Piero, well, would Del Piero be last decade, or would he? Because really, peak Del Piero was really 90s. Peak Del Piero was 90s because he had his injury at the late 90s. So Snyder, your boy Snyder. I am leaning towards last decade. I'm leaning towards last decade because there are too many names. Because if we're just saying midfielders, there are too many names. And also, Cristiano was better last decade than this decade. I think we can all agree there. You know, what the a what? Look, I just read something. I don't even want to respond to that, man. I just read something from Olabimpe. Bro, good luck to them. I'm not watching that. Good luck to those guys. Don't look. That whole the whole Obi Mikel thing, man. That don't get me to depressed, man. Don't get me depressed about Obi Mikel. Look, man. Inter had some guys, man. Like Inter, what's it called? Recoba, Salas. They had some dudes, man. Those Inter had some flipping dudes. But no, but I said again, like these last 2 decades has definitely been the decades where we've seen midfielders to the great degree. Because I just think that like 70s, 80s, 90s, the main guy was a striker, and I think probably around 06, 07 was when midfielders began to evolve. So I think all through until 04, 05, midfielders were just midfielders there to provide and maybe score. But then when we now saw the inside forwards, and I think Cristiano was a big deal. I think Cristiano coming in definitely changed the concept of what you could provide as a midfielder. So from your boy Amateur Critic, thank you for the super chat, Amateur Critic. What do you expect of Neymar henceforth? Can you give me at least a Copa America? Is that too much to ask? Can I please get a Copa America? Because fanboys like Josh Bestin like to I forgot Davids. I forgot that. But I think Davids might be 90s. I think Davids might be 90s. Because a lot of people like Just Bestin want to be like, oh my gosh, Neymar is this, Neymar is that, and everything. But you look at it purely on ability. All Neymar has achieved is MSN. That's it. And basically, the biggest achievements for Neymar is MSN and Miracle at Camp Nou. That is it. But really, his greatest individual achievement is Miracle at Camp Nou. But then again, that didn't really end up with you getting that flipping CL. So, and many people will argue that the more crucial guys for MSN was the Cannibal and Messi. Now, Neymar played his part, but I think Cannibal had like 40 Gs that season, and your boy Messi said, "What's up?" So for Neymar, at the very least, you've got to win a Copa America. At the very least, man, get fit, take a flu jab or something, and win a cup. Because I think the Copa America is next summer. I think. So at least you have to give me a Copa America. That is key. That is extremely important that you sort me a Copa America. So beyond that, there's higher. So you use the word expect. Based on the amount of your talents, I can insult you, everything and so forth, but based on how good I know you can be, you have to deliver a World Cup for Brazil. You have to. If you don't, we can't. Basically, if you don't, you're Zico. Well, oh no, good quality player and everything, but you can be mentioned in the same breath as Dino, Pele, Romario, Ronaldo, Rivaldo. You know, because as a superstar player, what really christens you is you delivered a World Cup for the country. You have to deliver that flipping World Cup. So that's the thing. You have to deliver that flipping World Cup. Oh man, this guy talking about Robin, man. Let's see. Shout out to Abdelian Skills. Football hot member, Mr. Abdelian Skills. HH, will Messi retire if he doesn't win the next Copa America? I don't think he will, because that will look super weird. Right. That will look super weird if this dude retires yet again because they don't win the Copa America. And I think the reason why he retired the first time was just the manner in which it happened. Although if they get to the final again and he has like the fifth penalty to win it and he skies it and then they then go on ahead to lose it, then I think he will retire. Because he retired because that was like, bro, like you skied the penalty and you lost to the same team again, bro. I mean, like how Argentina just didn't. You were given two opportunities to win it. Fair enough. It's Chile in their home ground. But then this was in a neutral ground. And you still lost to Chile. And those were Chile's first ever Copa America titles. I mean, bruh. It's not like if you were facing Brazil or Uruguay. So, like, something tells me that Messi's never winning a trophy for. Yes, Finidi George was that dude. Finidi George was that dude. Put some respect on Finidi George's name. But something tells me that he's not going to win a trophy with Argentina. Because you see, like, those 2 years was key because that is when Brazil were not that great. So those 2 years were vital for him to try to say what's up. And because Brazil was sort of like trying to rebuild themselves. But now Brazil are really strong. And Brazil have got a very, very strong squad. So it's going to be very hard. Basically, I don't know how any team beats Brazil in the next Copa America because they're too strong now. Look at what they did without Neymar. So what do you think they're going to do with Neymar and the team? Nobody's touching them. Nobody. Because again, Uruguay, Cavani, Cannibal, they're on the decline. Colombia, James Rodriguez is past his peak. Argentina, it is what it is. This team isn't as strong as the team was in 2014. You know, Paraguay are just there just to make it difficult for guys. So nobody's touching Brazil. Nobody's touching Brazil. And they're not sniffing. Argentina are not sniffing that World Cup, man. Okay, so so the World Cup is what, in 2 years' time, isn't it? In December? Fucking hell, bro. A World Cup in December. Jesus Christ. You see, this is one I have. Victor Carvalho. Now, guys, let me just guess. Carvalho. That does sound like a name from a particular country. Guys, let's take a guess where the name Carvalho is from. Just take a guess. Just take a wild guess where the name Carvalho is from. You know, just take a wild, like, what country potentially could have the name Carvalho? Please, just amongst yourselves, just where could it be from? Where could it be from, man? Half hope hashtag gives that a chance. Brian, it's D-Day. It's D-Day. It is D-Day for him. I think, as anyone says, if this guy messes up this season, bro, it would be the greatest fall from grace in football history. From best player at the World Cup to Class B, potentially Class A, because I think if Hazard flops, you know, I'm bumping him up to I'm providing a bed for him at Class A. I may even provide a wing for him. Based on just how bad he made me look. It's just bad. He made me look. Can Lautaro Martinez carry Argentina to a Copa America? No. I wouldn't go so far as to call Lautaro Martinez a side chick, but he's a side man. He's not a main superstar. He's not carrying anyone. He didn't carry this Inter Milan team. Who scored the most goals? Lukaku. And I think did Lukaku score one of the most goals in this Serie? So it was a combination of Lukaku and Lautaro that I said, what's up? Lautaro by himself? Heck no. But I do think that it does need to be like a kind of a combination. And it needs to be like a combination of basically it needs to be a combination of Lautaro Martinez, Dybala. Dybala has to sort of be put into this team, and Dybala is a strange one. Dybala is a strange one because I thought that guy was going to say what's up. But, nah. Olabimpe, man. Bro, it's messed up, bro. That's messed up. That's messed up. Bro, what do you guys say, man? You can almost write a thesis about this. You must almost write a thesis about this, and I'm working on something. But yeah, man, look, we have the talents. We've always had the talent. We've always had the talent. But talent alone doesn't make you win. Look at how talented that Brazil side were in 2006. Look how talented they were in 1982. More things are needed to win a tournament than just talent. It's organization, it's preparedness, it's all these different kinds of things. More relax. More, you better watch your mouth. More, you better watch your mouth, relax. Better watch your mouth, man. Don't disrespect. So it's about teams having to be better organized, man. Teams just having to be better organized and better prepared for war. Because if they're better prepared for war, then maybe, perhaps, they can say something. They can say something, man. Rice water, what the frick? But yeah, so look, and I said, look, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what Barcelona do with Villarreal. And my thing though is that, okay, so where does Griezmann play? That's what I don't know. Where does Griezmann play? Where does Griezmann play? And who is the striker? What's Trincao? Are they playing a false nine? I mean, how old is Benzema? How old is Benzema? So Benzema is 32. And he's going to be 33 this summer. And I think someone even mentioned it before. And I think we sort of talked about it a bit for like, I think things have changed. I do feel that with sports science, dieting, and the kind of information that people now put into players and so forth, I do feel that more and more players can play at a high level for longer. So Benzema is 32, still one of the best strikers in the world. Aubameyang is 31, one of the best strikers in the world. Cristiano is 32, 34, one of the best finishers in the world. So things have, so because I always felt that 26, 27, 28, those are your peak years as an attacking player. And as a defender, your peak years are like 29, 30, 31, 32 for a defender. But some of the best players right now are in their 30s. You know, the best players in the world right now are in their 30s. So I do feel that, because when people say, oh my gosh, like this guy is so old and everything, I'm like, well, in 2020, is 34 old in for football? Because I just think that with the food that people eat and everything, they can extend themselves, which is why, because I was watching ESPN FC, and they were talking about, oh wow, can players in the past hack it right now? Because this guy was asking this question, and he said that, oh well, players to today are fitter at their physical peak. They are prepared a lot better and so forth because of the science and everything that has improved vastly. So the players of the past will not be able to compete with the football right now. But I'm like, and this is the point that I think Shaka Hislop made, is that if you just transported Maradona or Pele to now, they'd be like, okay, things have changed, and they would then take advantage of the sports science that are around now. And Steve Nicol, who normally is a brick, made the best points I've ever heard him make at ESPN FC. Said, do you know how heavy the ball was back in the 80s, 70s, 60s? So the ball was so heavy, the human foot couldn't ping it from one end to another end. And because it was so heavy, it was easier for keepers in a smaller goal. Remember they increased the goal and they made the goal big in a smaller goal. It was easier for keepers to save because the ball isn't swerving as much. But he said that because the ball is lighter, you can ping it very easy 30, 40 yards. And with a lighter ball, it swerves more. And therefore, it is far more difficult for keepers to save. So there have been changes in the game that have made it easier for attackers as opposed to how it was for attackers back then. So if you now tell Maradona and Pele the ball is lighter and the goals are slightly bigger, Pele and Maradona were like, the ball is lighter? So all those goals I can score, you can pretty much double the amount of goals I score now because if I'm scoring those amounts of goals back in the 80s, 70s with playing with a little brick of a ball, how many more goals could I now score? You see? You see? You see? Oh yeah, I know. There's that Japanese guy who's playing. But Japan is different, man. So even this is from me going into Japan. Japan, those guys, because I think in Japan they eat very healthily. And because they eat very healthily, man, those guys, man, they they can go for a long, long time ago. You see, I think this is what we're going to be discussing more on Sunday, with comparing players, discussing different players and everything, because you can't just come out and say Messi and Cristiano are the GOATs because they're playing in a different generation. Now, Messi and Cristiano, take them into the 60s or the 50s. You're going to get hacked. You're going to get fouled a lot more. And they're playing with a heavier ball. Are they as effective? So maybe you take a Pele or a Maradona to now. Could they keep up with the pace? Could they keep up with the speed? Could they keep up with defenders who now have a higher IQ? So it's very hard because again, people you can't just assume that you say, "Oh, Messi and Cristiano are the greatest of all time." Maybe no, of this era, but could they be as effective in the 90s, in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 60s? you know, so that's my thing, man. That's my thing. Um, yeah, no, Mosap. I keep saying this. You had to literally rape someone to get a yellow card. Literally rape, sodomize, and pillage a player on live television to get a caution or a yellow card. Okay, so it's bro, it was brutal. I told you, they kicked Pele out of the World Cup in 666. They just say, look, this guy's the best player. Fuck him. Let's just hack his legs, man. So that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Yeah, and that was another key one as well. The keeper could grab the ball all the way up until I think, yeah, as I say, so I think the 1990 World Cup was the first time that that the keeper had to pretty much kick the ball. So again, made it easier for the defense. But right now, because what they've been doing over the years is making it harder for the defense and easier for the attackers. Because I think what people did, which I think is against what I think the spirit of football is no, we want to now make the games much more exciting, and they want to try and aim get more goals. Because for me, I say that why did you increase the size of the goal? Why? The whole point of football is, and the spirit of football and the beauty of football is that it is hard to score. Scoring a goal is very difficult, and you must maintain the difficulty of trying to score a goal. So the whole thing with the keeper has to kick the ball, goals getting bigger and so forth, the and making the ball lighter, it's an advantage to the attacker. So, you know, but it should play today have are more physical to today, and also there's no offside. players are not more physical. Are you mad? Bro, literal thugs, drug dealers used to play for football back in the day. Like, guys used to just beat up guys, hack guys, break guys' legs left, right, and center back in the day. You cannot compare the physicality now to what it was back then. The rules were very lax. Right now, if you breathe on someone, it's a yellow card. So that's why guys dive a lot. Try diving in the 60s. Referee isn't even looking at you. So there was no concept of even diving back in the day because referee was like, broom, unless I see a clever way guy literally kicks your balls, then I'll give you if a foul, man. So yeah, I should say it. So I was thinking like the whole great. I think the issue now is that when people are just living in a time and in their period, like, no, this is the best time. Whoever is amazing now is so superb. What if we get some crazy dude who does even crazier things in 20 years' time? You just never know. You have to just see how the cookie crumbles. You have to just see how the cookie crumbles, man. Guys, man, I have talked. My gosh, my throat is literally. But guys, the show must go on, man. You know, your boy hustles, your boy in the house to rest and play some Nintendo Switch. But remember, guys, drop a like the vid, like the vid. So we'll be back here tomorrow for West Brom against Chelsea, post-match stream plus Q&A. And remember, with all of these streams, there's always going to be a Q&A. There's always, whatever match is being played, I'll always give an opportunity for guys to ask questions, either pertaining to the match or just general questions. So it's a post-match, review of the match, talk about the match, then a general 20 to 30 minutes Q&A. And then that is how we'll be rolling through, man. So shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Your words helps keeping this thing go. And thank you to all of my Football Hot members. Thank you. And thank you for everybody joining in through and supporting your boy HH. But the hustle continues, and I shall see you guys Saturday straight after the Chelsea West Brom game. And of course, we have Juve Roma, we have Real Madrid, Real Betis, and we have Barcelona against Villarreal. So Saturday, 10 p.m. hangout is going to be obviously reviewing the Real Madrid Betis game and just discussing the week's games and looking ahead. So obviously Liverpool against Arsenal on the Monday. Then Sunday, of course, we'll do Liverpool, Arsenal and everything, but also the Barcelona Villarreal and maybe even Juve Roma as well. So guys, peace out. Stay true. Stay real. And your boys are. Peace. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.